everybody, welcome back to Spirit Seers. Today on Barback we are going to show you how to make your own spiced rum at home. It's a lot easier than you think. The hardest part about it really is just the time it takes to let everything steep in the alcohol. But everything else is pretty easy. So while we're doing these Barback segments, we're going to try and show everybody some of the things we do to prep and prepare for making cocktails, and some of the things that bartenders do to make things like cutting fruits, or preparing garnishes, or preparing syrups and different liqueurs. And so today we're going to be doing spiced rum. I'm going to be using this Appleton Estate signature blend. It's a really good base to start off with for a spiced rum. I've used it before and it's turned out really well. You can basically use any rum. You can spice any rum with anything you want. But the better your base rum is, the better your final product is going to be. We're going to use the Appleton Estate. The Appleton Estate is a blended aged rum from Jamaica. So right off the get we have a delicious rum that you can use anyway, and then we just add some spices to it to punch up the flavor. The recipe's really easy. It's going to be 5 or 6 whole peppercorns, whole cloves, whole allspice berries, 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 2 of each of cinnamon sticks, and scraped and cut vanilla bean, and then 2 or so healthy peels of orange. And then I'm going to mix everything in just this kind of half-gallon jar. It does the trick really well. And then the other thing you're going to need is just some kind of a cheesecloth, or this is a nut milk bag I got off of the internet. It comes in a package of 3 or 4 of them, and they're really handy because you can just stick them in and then strain off all your liquids, and then you have your easy cleanup. These are washable, so they're nice to have. So let's get started. So we'll just get our jar here. We're going to pour in our berries. Nice and easy. We'll throw in our cinnamon sticks, and then you do want to cut and scrape your vanilla pods. They can be a little bit of a pain, but once you get them, they go. Make it that's part of the fun, I guess. It all ends up in the jar, but if you can scrape the seeds out of the vanilla, it helps the flavor get distributed better, brings out more of the flavor. And the fresher your bean, the easier it is to do this. We're going to do 2. All right, and then we're gonna peel our orange, and I like to just kind of start at the top, and we're gonna try and do just a nice long peel all the way around. Give us a nice long peel, and then before we stick it in, we're gonna just kind of pinch it up and give it a squeeze to express some of the oils. And then we're going to do it again. Same kind of thing, just start your peel. Nice big. That one wasn't as big. And the nice thing about these kind of recipes, as I've mentioned before when we were making grenadine, is you can adjust the recipes to however you want. However, you can add flavors, you can take out flavors. It just depends on your taste. You really can't go wrong with these. So just gonna squeeze that again. All right, and then the last thing we need to do is just grate some nutmeg. And it calls for an 1/8 to 1/4 ounce of nutmeg, or a teaspoon. I don't know how much that is. I just grate until it looks good. So. Nutmeg can be a little overpowering if you get too much, so I kind of judge based on how much of the nut or berry gets gone. That looks like 1/4 of it. All right. So once we have all our ingredients in the jar, we're just going to add our rum in, and it just the whole bottle. And that's what I like about these bigger kind of jars. These half-gallon jars will hold a whole bottle of your base spirit, and then leave plenty of air room for shaking and space for anything else you need. You can actually double up the recipe and do 2 of these if you wanted to. Once your liquid's in the jar, go ahead and give it a shake, and then you're going to want to put this in a cool, dry spot, kind of out of the sun for 3 to 4 days, and just shake it every day. Go in and give it a nice shake. And then when you're done, strain everything through your nut milk bag and bottle again in the original bottle. And you've got a nice spiced rum that will be great in any cocktails. We've made a few cocktails. We have an episode out that you can check out if you want, featuring the spiced rum, the same recipe. And yeah, we hope you enjoy. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.